Hey guys, this is Kristen with HK Wax Center in Austin Arbor. This video is waxing for beginners. I'm going to talk about a couple different things. I'll talk about the difference between soft wax and hard wax, why I use the type of wax that I use, and how to apply it so that you get the perfect wax strip. Now, first thing, soft wax versus hard wax. If you've been using one or the other, you'll know they are completely different. Now, soft wax, which also is called strip wax, there's a couple different labels for it, but it's really sticky. It adheres to the skin. So whenever you put it on your client or yourself, it's going to stick to your skin. You want to apply it really thinly because you have to put a paper strip on top of it so that it comes off. It doesn't just come off on its own. It'll just stick there forever if you attempt to peel it off. It doesn't work that way. So you have to put a piece of paper strip on top of it and then pull it off. Again, your strips need to be incredibly thin as you can get them. The thicker the wax that you apply for soft wax, the harder it is to actually get it off. So as thin as possible is the key for soft wax. Now, like I was saying, soft wax adheres to the skin. So when you pull that strip off, it is pulling at your skin. So there is more of a risk of using soft wax. You cannot go over the same area more than once because there's a chance that the skin is going to lift and come off with it, which is not at all what we want. And then there's hard wax. So hard wax is what I use. Now the application for hard wax is different. You do need to put it on a little bit thicker, and I'll show you how to apply that strip as well so that you can practice if you've been using one or the other. But you do need to put it on thicker. Hard wax adheres to the hair, not the skin. So when you're pulling it off, it's just pulling at the hair. So you can go over an area with hard wax more than once and you're safe. It's not going to pull off your skin with it. Or if it does, it's probably because you put 15 to 20 layers on, so which obviously is completely ridiculous. You don't need to ever do. Or obviously you're doing it wrong if you need to put a strip on that many times. So I use hard wax. It tends to hurt less than soft wax. It does cost more because you have to use more of it than with soft wax. But to me, it's worth it because I want my clients to be happy and I want them to come back and have the best results. And if I can make that as painless as possible, then they'll be your client for life. So I'm going to show you how to apply a hard wax strip. So you can see and you can kind of get practice for yourself with how to do that if you've been using soft wax instead of hard wax. So I will get a little bit of wax here on my stick. Pressure is key. You want to put a lot of pressure on the area that you're attempting to wax so that you get to the root of the hair follicle. Hopefully you can see this. Here we go. So I'm going to get all of my wax off my stick with pressure, pull down in the direction of the hair growth, and make a lip at the end, just like that. So a lip is, you'll see at the very end here how it's a little bit thicker than it is right here in the center. Having a thick part at the bottom is going to allow the strip to come off in one piece. I see a lot of people that will make tutorials on waxing or reviews on a certain wax brand, and it's it's not pulling the hair off, it's not coming off properly, and they say that the product is terrible, but they're not applying it right. So if you're not applying it right, then of course it's going to suck. So when you have a lip like this and your ends are all nice and smooth, there's no thin points, nothing's tearing or anything like that, then that's the perfect application. So you'll just pull at the bottom and it comes right off, just like that. I'll do it again so you can see it one more time. I'll do this one in the opposite way. So again, you'll take all of your wax off with pressure. See how hard I'm pushing and my skin's moving? Push up, come back, make your lip, and come back down. Just gonna make that a little bit better. There we go. Again, you always want to make the lip at the top so that all the wax comes off in one piece. The application is the biggest, or I guess the trickiest thing to get used to if you've been using soft wax instead of hard wax, is that instead of going really thin, it does need to be a little bit thicker, but also how the strip looks is much more important. With soft wax, you're applying it so thin, so it doesn't have to be perfect because you're putting a strip and the strip's gonna pull it off. This you have to practice. I remember when I first started, I used to take my wax table and I'd put my table paper on top of the table, and I would just practice with strips constantly. I would do eyebrow strips, I would do facial strips, I would do big strips for legs, and just practice. That's the biggest thing that you need to do. So again, I'll just pull at the top here and pull it right off. Easy as that. Again, just keep practicing. Don't get discouraged. It's absolutely worth it. If you switch to hard wax from soft wax, you'll notice a difference. Your clients will notice a difference, and they will love you for it. So that is the biggest, I guess, point that I can make for waxing for beginners is you just have to practice. Know that your first Brazilian is probably not going to be that great. We've all had an experience with a customer where it just sucked. Everyone's different, everyone's body type, their hair is different, the way it lays, the thickness, the amount. You just kind of have to get used to it, but eventually you'll get to the point where you're going to be confident, and no matter what type of hair that comes in, you're gonna be able to pull it out. So just keep practicing. Like I said, I spent hours just taking wax and practicing on a regular table. That way your skin doesn't get raw from constantly waxing yourself. But just practice on a table. Just keep doing it until you feel confident with the swoop and making the lip at the end, and you'll be fine. Any other questions, let me know. Just drop a comment, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. But phone number here is 512-501-2767. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.